believe we're on Facebook Live, sir.
I'd like to call to order the Wednesday, March 18th, 2020 Concord Board of Trustee meeting. And I'd like to announce or remind everybody that we are live on Facebook today. And if you would all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Ms. Dawson, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Lucci?
Present.
Mr. McIntosh?
Present. And the next order of business will be the swearing in of Amy Dawson as fiscal officer, and it's our honor and privilege this evening to have former trustee and Paul Malcheski and judge of Paynes Municipal Court to conduct that swearing in.
All right, raise your right hand.
Okay.
I, Amy Dawson,
I, Amy Dawson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of
of
Ohio,
the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge
discharge
the duties of
the duties of
fiscal officer of
Fiscal
Concord Township,
fiscal officer of Concord Township,
to which office I have been elected
which office I've been elected
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Okay, I know we're not supposed to do this, but I'm
All
gonna
right.
shake your hand and give you a hug.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
Judge.
congratulations.
Appreciate it, thank you.
I'll just sign this over here. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out tonight.
And while we're
Thank you for having me. Thank you for no snow this year.
thank you for your
Thank you, sir.
thank you for being here, Judge.
Good to see you, Judge.
See you guys.
Thank you. All right, and next order of business is the approval of the minutes from the March 4th meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the March 4th, 2020 regular trustee meeting minutes.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, elected officials report, Ms. Dawson.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I was, here we go. Received a filing of a streetlight petition today. So please, I'm notifying you that on March 18th, that was today, there was filed in my office a petition for street lighting in an unincorporated district of Quail Hollow, Phase 10, 1A, Concord Township by Hunting Lake Properties, LLC. And I had previously sent you the copies of all the information via email this afternoon. So I would like to request on behalf of the contractor of Hunting Lake LLC that you set a public hearing so that we can hear in public whether, you know, you can find out all about the street lighting petition. He's asking for 6 lights on Hunting Lake Drive. All of Quail Hollow already has street lights, but we still need to go through a formal process. Okay, so I would recommend that on Wednesday, April 1st at 7:30 p.m. that you set the public hearing. That will give us plenty of time to make the 10-day notice in the paper, and you know, and the petitioner is aware of that.
Ms. Leach, you good with that?
Mr. Chairman, I think we should consider a public hearing for April 1st for this matter.
All right, we will schedule that public hearing for April 1st.
3 p.m. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Trustees report, Ms. Lucci.
I would just like to say congratulations to Mrs. Dawson for another term. It is an honor to work alongside you.
Thank you.
And I just was thinking about how different things were at our last meeting as far as coronavirus. We've come a long way in 2 weeks. I think it's still important to focus on the facts, but I did want to commend our administration, our department heads and the staff are doing a tremendous job keeping with the updates from the state and the county to keep everybody safe. So great job there. I also wanted to mention I did have a few good phone conversations with a few residents regarding suggestions for the fire station, zoning, and some property issues, and I do value those conversations and will take those suggestions as I move forward in this role, so thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dondorfer is on vacation this week, so Again, I would also like to echo Ms. Lucci's comments and congratulate Ms. Dawson on her election. It is an honor and privilege to work with you. I've known you for a lot of years. It's been a fun few months here getting used to working with you as a trustee, and you've been a valuable asset to this new board as far as getting us acclimated.
Extremely.
And I think we're all grateful for that, so thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Just like Ms. Lucci, I'd like to just say a few things with respect to the coronavirus and what we're going through. I'm very proud of Lake County. I think our response, Lake County government, not just Concord, has been exemplary, and I think the community, I run a business located in Willoughby, and I think I've seen people come together as a community very well, and it's warming to see that. I would like to encourage us to follow the practices that are put out by the Ohio Department of Health and the CDC, but at the same time, don't forget our businesses here in Concord. I know a lot of our restaurants are offering takeout services, and I think, personally, I think that's something to consider because it saves you the hassle of going into a grocery store where there's a lot of people. Maybe your intersocial interaction can be lowered by getting some takeout, and you can continue to support these businesses that are gonna have a rough bit here while we all navigate through this. I have taken a few phone calls regarding the potential of getting a tenant back into the Riders grocery store spot. I've continued to communicate with Administrator Rose about that. We are waiting to hear if a new tenant lease will be signed. That is a process that's ongoing. And I have also responded to some questions regarding zoning complaints. So I think that concludes my report for this evening. Moving on to department reports, Administrator Rose.
Thank you, Mr. McIntosh, members of the board, Mrs. Dawson, distinguished members of our audience, good evening. And hello in Facebook world. Two quick things to cover that are on the agenda. Item A is a vote for a resolution to renew the annual contract for Matt Senyas. He conducts maintenance work on an as-needed basis. That's been a long-standing contract. Item B is a vote to award the annual contract for the township property landscaping. This is another annual contract, and Pierce Landscaping won the bid. They were also our landscapers last year. Just to touch base on something, there was an ambulance purchase that was listed on a previously published agenda. This purchase has been placed on hold. In talking with the fire chief, due to possible unanticipated expenses for the COVID-19 outbreak, fire chief is suspending all non-COVID-19 purchases until things have settled down. We're unsure what expenses may be coming our way. That said, there was a question from a resident asked about the ambulance, so I wanted to address it. The future ambulance that was on the agenda that will be down the road was set to replace our oldest ambulance, which is currently our backup. Once that's taken out of service, we auction those off once the new one's in service. Our current vehicle fleet in the fire department, we currently maintain 3 ambulances, 3 structural engines, and 1 rescue pumper. Turning our attention to the COVID-19 virus, Concord Township is implementing some changes effective immediately. All township controlled buildings will be closed to the public, with the exception of this meeting room during public meetings. Business will be conducted via phone, fax, email, or regular mail. We have also installed a drop box at the front door for anyone who wishes to drop off paperwork for us. Residents are encouraged to call or email if they have any questions or need to touch bases. Speaking of public meetings, a reminder, they are still open to the public pursuant to state law, but we are encouraging residents to watch them online. Today we're broadcasting on Facebook Live. Future meetings will be able to be viewed live through the website once we make some adjustments to our audio-visual equipment. The door-to-door solicitors program has been suspended indefinitely, so there should be no one out there going door-to-door in the township. The Easter egg hunt in the fire station open house that was scheduled for April 4th is canceled. Monthly staff meetings are being canceled until further notice, and typically on the first meetings of the month, we bring in all the department heads to give a report. We're going to suspend that, and then I will be delivering a consolidated report of any departmental highlights. Any questions concerning or regarding the COVID-19 virus should be directed to the Lake County General Health District. They have the lead on this outbreak, and they are managing this for Lake County. Their direct line is 440-350-2543. There is a link on our webpage at concordtwp.com. That's on the home page. It will take you right to the General Health District's COVID-19 page for all the latest updates and information. I've been in daily contact with Lake County mayors and managers, and I'm feeding all that information to the trustees and fiscal officer. We're all coordinating. We have regularly scheduled conference calls. Tied to that, I strongly encourage everyone to try to support our local restaurants with some takeout orders. As you can imagine, they're going through some tough times, as some of the other businesses, but if you can support our local restaurants with a takeout order, I think that would be great. And then lastly, wash your hands, maintain your social distance. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody from the audience wish to speak this evening? Do you have? Okay. Well, skip that. There's no old business, so we will move into our new business. And the first order of business is to vote on a resolution to renew the contract with Matt Sendes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we vote on Resolution 2020-11 for renewal of Matt Senya's contract.
Second? Ms. Dawson, roll?
Oh, okay. Mr. McIntosh
Yes.
and Mrs. Lucci.
Yes.
Next order of business is to vote to award bid for mowing and landscaping for the cemeteries.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we vote to award bid for the mowing and landscape maintenance of township properties to Pierce Company Landscaping in the amount of $44,825.87.
All in favor?
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, second. You said,
All in favor.
and then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next is a vote on a fire department PO to Countryside Truck Service for maintenance of our fire apparatus.
I move that we vote on the fire department purchase order to Countryside Truck Service in the amount of $40,000 for the annual maintenance of fire apparatus.
And second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And vote on fire department uniforms.
I move that we vote on the fire department PO to Atwell's Police and Fire in the amount of $17,000 for annual uniforms.
And second? All in favor?
Aye.
And next order is to vote on fire department hourly rate increase for Douglas Brugout.
I move that we vote on fire department increase in the hourly rate for Douglas Rote, Fire Safety Inspector, to $23.08, effective March 6, 2020, for completion of 6-month orientation.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And looks like we've got a couple of zoning and zoning appeals appointments to consider here. So zoning appeals, a reappointment.
I move that we vote on the Board of Zoning Appeals regular member appointment to Christine Capello Gerald, effective April 1st, 2020 through March 31st, 2025.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And vote to renew the appointment of Rich Peterson to the zoning commission.
I move that we vote on the Zoning Commission regular member appointment to Mr. Richard Peterson, effective April 1st, 2020 through March 31st, 2025.
And I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And
Would you like me to read the
Yes,
future
would you
meetings
read
and
it?
announcements? Okay, thank you, Mr. McIntosh. On Tuesday, March 24th at 10 a.m., we have a bid opening for asphaltic, cement, concrete products, and limestone here at Town Hall. Friday, March 27th at 10 a.m., there's going, nope, sorry, that got canceled.
Sorry.
The former staff meeting on the 27th has been canceled. On Wednesday, April 1st at 6:30 p.m., trustee office hours in the conference room. Public hearing to consider a unincorporated street lighting district will be held at 7:30 p.m. And immediately following, we'll have the trustee meeting here at Town Hall. That's all I have.
Okay, all right. And with that, we will conclude the meeting this evening.
Thank you.